Good morning, everyone. This is Diane Murray at Southern Art Gallery, and today we are talking about how to match pigments. My students really struggle with this. We all struggle with this ability to match what we see in a photograph. A lot of times it's because the photographs alter the actual subject that you are trying to paint, and they flatten everything out and make it difficult to pick up these subtle color changes. So I just thought I'd share my process with you when I start a painting. Pretty much before I do anything else, after I figure out the subject matter and I check the light source and I make sure that the composition is good, is when I start looking at colors. And to pick out the colors in a subtle peony like this is a bit of a challenge. So I sit down and I mix until I find the colors I want, and I test them. I know that this yellow is a very soft yellow, so my go-to soft yellow is Naples yellow. My go-to soft pink is quinacridone rose. For the deeper reds in here, I like carmine. To pick up the values of the purples in here, I chose a color by Daniel Smith called Verditer Blue, which is a very soft blue with a little bit of white in it. I also see some cobalt turquoise in here, a kind of a turquoisey color in some of these areas. So you really have to learn to pick out these color shifts. Be sure that you have a warm and a cool in the shadows, a warm and a cool in the highlights, and that you make these transitions that are so subtle, like this right here. So the other magical color that I have on my palette for botanicals is a color called Lilac. And that is the most gorgeous, but it's a semi-opaque color, so you do have to be careful with it. I usually add it at the very end of the painting. And also Quinacridone Coral by Daniel Smith will pick up some of these warmer reds in there. So basically that's the palette that I would use to paint this peony, other than the black, of course, right here. My favorite black mixture is a color from Da Vinci called Alizarin Gold and Indigo Deep Blue by Senoyer. It makes the most gorgeous blacks you've ever seen, especially when you're painting red subjects. And pinks in watercolor, as we know, are considered red. So there you have it. That's the palette for this peony, and I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, please subscribe to my channel.